hardball in the championship match here. There you take a look at Rudy Kasimakis, #1 seed in this year's Brunswick Johnny Petraglia Open. He will start the championship match. A huge high backswing with a large, massive forearm, and that calls for a strike in frame #1.
Rudy likes to get excited. He grew up as an action bowler in New York, bowling heads up, mano a mano, and he loves this format.
Doug Kent on the approach, making it through the shootout round, takes on Kasimakis now.
High flush in the pocket for Kent, strike for Kasimakis. All even after one. Doug Kent with only 2 PBA titles, plus an American Bowling Congress Masters victory. Kasimakis looking for his very, very first. A ball sliding by the head pin, leading the 2 and the 5. Gary, he's switching ball, Kent, to go harder at the 2 and the 5. Just want to put the ball right in between the two of them.
Certainly one of his strong points is versatility. For in-depth,
who do you think they like, Gary, as they chant Rudy, Rudy, Rudy?
A big fan favorite here. Take a look, Marshall, at where Kasimakis is standing right now. Right in front of the ball return.
In front of the ball return, enabling him to get in deep enough so he can get the right trajectory down the lane. It's a double for Kasimakis. Rudy Kasimakis, look where that arm swing is, way above his head, and then just rifles through it. But he smoothed his game down. Used to be a little more herky-jerky.
Kasimakis still looking for his first PBA national title, has a regional title. He was second in 1998 to PBA Rookie of the Year Chris Barnes in the PBA Flagship Open in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Solid 9. We saw a lot of them this week, and a lot of them were thrown by that man. Well, last game it was Ryan Schaefer's ball that was cutting right past the 9 pin, showing no respect. This time, Rudy Kasimakis.
Originally from Long Island, now resides in Pennsylvania. Kasimakis packs a wallop, 5'8", 250 pounds. Doug Kent, a little bit taller, not quite as heavy. At the scoreboard, you take a look right now with Doug Kent on the approach. Kent down by 9 early, picks up the strike.
Now time for Kent to make the adjustment on lane 35. And Gary, in my estimation, what he didn't do the previous frame was catch it at the bottom of the swing. Didn't get the fingers in order to get the ball back up to the 1-3 pocket.
Doug Kent is making his first championship round appearance in 1999. He had TV round appearances in 1998. Down by 9 to Kasimakis.
No, not anymore. 1 pin up, and oh, all right, Rudy, it's your turn. A little gamesmanship from Doug Kent. And that's a direct response, that gamesmanship, to what Rudy does. What a great shot, powerful shot, and all right, Rudy, your turn.
Marshall, I don't recall seeing Doug Kent ever fired up this much, but it's all because of Rudy Kasimakis and his type of personality.
Yes, you're right, as he comes in just a little bit high, leaving the 4 pin. Need to keep the speed up on that ball, Kasimakis does.
Kasimakis looks a bit like a wrestler, and that is one of his favorite sports, pro wrestling. In fact, he's going to the Garden where this evening in New York City to watch Goldberg and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's not going to participate?
If you'd like to ask him that, you can.
Right now, it's all concentration here in the 5th frame, down by Doug Kent.
Although I doubt he'd say anything bad to you, Marshall. You and Mark were up to the idols.
Here comes a messenger. It went in front of the 10 pin.
Stop it.
The powerful delivery. Watch the head pin. It comes off the sideboard. It looks like it's got to touch that 10. It does, but not enough to knock it down. Last telecast, he missed a 10 pin that cost him the match. Not this time.
Kent working on a couple of strikes. Kasimakis on consecutive spares. So Doug Kent up by 3 at this point in the.
And now it's a 13-pin lead for Kent.
I've got 3 in a row.
And Kasimakis this year finished second to Chris Barnes in Erie, 214 to 197. Right now, Doug Kent makes a 13-pin lead, hoping to take it to 23 in the 6th frame. And the same shot he threw in the 2nd frame, the 2-pin falls out of it, but it's a 5-pin coming in light.
Doug Kent needing to pick this up to maintain a 12-pin lead presently over Kasimakis in the 5th. Doug Kent, our leader, midway through our chain match.
The PBA presents How to Bowl.
Doug Kent up by 12 pins, our championship match. Let's take a look at the next 3 weeks on our tour. Next week, we're in New York City, first ever outdoor PBA experience, and that should be great from Brian Clark. And then we also have the American Bowling. There's a winner from the first 9 tour telecast, plus AC Delco defending champ Steve Hoskins will automatically qualify for the match play portion of the AC Delco All-Star Classic, the last telecast of our spring-summer tour. Back to bowling in the 6th frame. Here's our top seed, Rudy Kasimakis.
Gotta hurry. The 1, the 2, the 4, the 10, and a mistake for Rudy Kasimakis.
You know, Kasimakis beat Kent in a tournament here at Carolier Lanes 10 years ago, 300 to 290 in New Brisbane tournament.
Needs to hit this side of the pin, the left of the head, and the 10. And he hooks by just a little bit, leaving the 1 and the 10 pin. He's now have 111 in the 6th frame, finds himself 28 pins down. Ball left of the head pin, never had a chance.
Kasimakis steps up in the 7th final, down by 28 pins.
Well, back on track for Kasimakis, but will it be too late?
Right now, Doug Kent is in the driver's seat, looking to pin Kasimakis, as it were.
Great shot for Doug Kent, trying to keep his emotions down now. No more bantering back with Kasimakis, not after that shot. Needs to think about the importance of the 8th frame and a possible 38-pin lead. Kasimakis right now with a 231, if he strikes all the way out. Doug Kent with a strike here would be in the 220.
Kent is looking for his 3rd PBA title.
This is the lane he's had some trouble on, hasn't been able to get the ball to hook back up to the pocket, and my gosh, talk about, well, there's a 1, 2 in the 4, and basically air ball for Kent in a situation where he really had a chance to put big-time pressure on Kasimakis. Ball hits the 3-pin right in the face. There's the 1, 2 in the 4, and Doug Kent knows what a bad shot that was.
One of the things about Kent, though, Marshall, being the fact that he is able to adjust immediately, is very consistent in his play, and also very versatile in his approach to the game.
Unfortunately, a darn good spare shooter as well, Gary. He picks up the spare, but, you know, you don't want to give your opposition a chance to get back into the match like that. Kent had a chance to really jump all over Kasimakis, didn't do it. 28 pins down. Kasimakis can take it to an 18-pin deficit with a strike in the 8th frame. Left the washout last time. The 4-pin does fall out, but really needed a strike on that shot.
Right.
Ball coming in just a little bit high. Watches the 4-pin, just barely gets tripped out. Harden straight at the 9-pin.
Well, tonight on CBS begins with a special edition of 48 Hours. Is Kasimakis.
And for Rudy Kasimakis, it's looking more and more like another second-place finish for him. With a spare here, trying under the best he can do. He'll need a lot of help from Doug Kent. Doug Kent needs to get up in the 9th and 10th frame. Just fill some frames. He's your winner.
And a look at the leaderboard for the Greater Greensboro Chrysler Classic, and Jesper Parnevik keeps pouring it on. 17 under par. Jim Furyk just a stroke behind.
For Doug Kent, it's very simple. One mark in the next 2 frames. I'm sure Doug would preferably do it right here. He does.
Yep, that's
he needs 1 pin. A great release from Doug Kent. He knows that ball's high flush. That's my tournament.
He's 6 pins on 2 balls on the Petraglia Open. Maybe that was a sign early on, Marshall, where he got a little bit fired up with Kasimakis.
He was going back and forth with him as far as emotions were concerned early. We'll see a lot of very happy, smiling emotions from Doug Kent after that shot. Said, is that enough? Yes, that's definitely enough.
And Doug Kent is our winner in the Brunswick Johnny Petraglia Open for 1999. A great performance. We'll be back with more in just a moment.